It's a pleasure to spend this evening. It's a pleasure to spend an evening with you all, guys. I have been training and mentoring people globally in all domains and industries. I've trained and mentored more than 30,000 people, and I'm a consultant and on board of many organizations also. So you can ask any question relating to project management because there are a lot of myths and concerns on this certification. And apart from that, I would also be discussing and sharing how this will have an impact. So let's begin. So I'm Dr. Syed Aafaq Hussain. I have done my BE, then MBA in project management, PMP. I'm also certified trainer by PMI, and I'm also business analysis certified. I train and mentor all the PMI related certifications, capacity building for program management, portfolio management, agile, etc. So right now my focus is on training, consulting, and also business analysis. So my whole PhD is based on the value that project management certification, innovation, and sustainability that delivers the value to you as an individual and also to the organization. So last 20 years, I have been working very closely with PMI. So feel free to ask anything. And as I said, it is a very interactive session. And I'm sure most of you are aware about Project Management Institute, aware about PMP certification. You might have heard about it. And this will be a great time to interact with you and share my knowledge and also demystify about this certification. This is not a rocket science. It's just a common sense. And I love to demystify this. So the agenda is what is project management and what is the value by using this project management tools and techniques and how we build the skills and what is the demand globally. You ask any country, I can tell you. I work with a lot of government, private organizations, so I can share the information. And finally, is project management for me? As I said, this is a completely informal. Any questions that come to your mind, you can put in the chat. And once I complete that, we'll spend quite a long time on interactions. This meeting is being recorded. So let's begin. Okay. Have you heard the word project anytime? By the way, I'll be asking all silly questions. I'm sure most of you might have heard it. Great. Yes, Idris. Now, what comes to your mind when you hear this word project? Have you seen any projects around you? What do you think?
I'm a project manager, so most of the project, like let's say, suppose in my company, they used to there's a project which they want to start developing from scratch to its finish, right?
Great. Yes.
So from the beginning, how we start, how requirement gathering to it's till we end the project, what all the complete life cycle it has, right? So mostly I'm into software development, so it's related to software, this project management. And if we talk about into like construction or something like that, so let's say suppose some building is there, which contractor takes the contract of that particular building and he plans to build that building within the specific time period, and resource management, coordination, everything which comes in for the project to deliver.
Wonderful. Thank you, Idris. Appreciate it. So that's exactly what is a project. Now, most of you might be thinking, oh, I'm not a project manager. My designation is not a project coordinator. I'm not a program manager. Now, my simple definition of a project is it is nothing but work, and we all do work. When you just replace the word project with work, everyone in the world is a project manager, according to me. And the moment you replace this word, Your 50% stress about project management goes out. One moment, please. So the moment you say, you replace the word project with work, you have understood 50% of project management. And that's how I use this technique to relax my participants whenever I coach them. And each one of you is a project manager. That's the reason there is no word in the world or the dictionary called project breakdown structure. But we all know there is a work breakdown structure. Every organization in the world, they do two types of work as defined by Mr. Idris, a work that has start and stop, beginning and ending, which we call as a temporary endeavor or effort, is a project. Any work that starts but does not have an end is an operations. These are the only two definitions. So it's a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product. It can be a villa, it can be a software or a service, training, consulting, professional services, or a result, which is nothing but research and development, bringing a change in an organization. Those who are senior today, the top certification, which is very valuable and costly, is on change management. Each one of you who are involved in the projects, by the way, projects are done only to bring a change. Today, they are talking about change management. What is a project? It's just to bring a change in the organization, increase efficiency, opportunities, or something. So, this is the definition of a project. Then, what is a project management? It is the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques. Project Management Institute is the world renowned institute. They don't list these are the tools. For example, project management information system is a tool. Interviewing, brainstorming is a technique. They don't list that you as a project manager are using this list of tools and this list of techniques. So those who are new to this philosophy, tools and techniques is a single word. It can be tool or it can be technique. So you will be learning, you'll be applying these tools and techniques on the process to get the best result and be successful. That is project management. Now, if you take what is the value of project management, I'm sure you all know. You take any project anywhere in the world, take the top 10 projects in any industry, they can't be achieved without applying these processes, tools, and techniques. These are the world's best practices that when you apply, you all have knowledge and skills. You have to just understand the standards and apply them, and you'll get the better result. So these are the top 10 projects that had delivered value. And these are all case studies are available as an open source. So at the same time, give me an opportunity to introduce you in a couple of minutes the 50 most influential projects of 2022. And by looking at this, you'll come to know that project management is not specific to one industry or domain. It is agnostic and it can be applied anywhere. So this is the value that is delivered by the application of project management. And I think a few of you might be involved some of these projects or maybe a part of the other projects with the similar magnitude. So that's the value that is delivered through the project management. One moment, let me just share this. Okay. Now, what is the demand? Okay, fine. We have been hearing, and I'm sure either your friend or a relative or a colleague would have told you in your career about this project management or PMP certification or training. So, what is the demand? Is there really a demand? PMI.org. This is the website of PMI, Project Management Institute. I'm putting in the chat. You can go here, and there's a lot of information about this certification. PMI, 50 years back, 5 engineers from NASA, they came out and they wanted to propagate the best knowledge as per the processes that they have been using in space exploration. And that's how PMP came into being. And last 50 years, they have contributed to the profession of project management. They are into certification, developing the standards. And this is the statistics which I'm sharing here. Every year they release the job survey, power of earning, and the latest survey which is out. They have seen, they have done a survey in 21 countries with more than 20,000 people. And the result of the survey is, on an average, a person with PMP certification globally are having 33% higher in the salary. So it's a detailed, very detailed, hundreds of pages, and it's available freely on the PMI website. You can go and download. And here they're also showing you the perception. If a person is having a PMP certification, what is the perception that it is carrying? Especially in US, uh, even we have seen the people from Harvard, Oxford, PhDs, they go for this certification because it validates that you have the skills and you are ready to apply them and you know all the best practices. So in India, it is contributing significantly on the salary growth. Similarly, you have the indicators here just to show you the demand. And the other thing is 25 million project leaders are needed to meet the global demands by 2030. We are into 2025, and that's the demand. And that's the reason most of the countries, for a big tender, it is mandatory that they have to show at least 2 PMP certified professionals. When we come specific to India, these are the 10 most or one of the best projects in the world, including the recent Chenab railway bridge, which was constructed at the most highest point. Now, what is this certification? Why the people are talking like this? And you'll be surprised. I was hearing to the podcast of the certification head. She was mentioning that in a day, 3,000 people are taking test globally. Just imagine 3,000 people in 24 hours paying $650 are taking this certification to validate that they have the skills and knowledge. So this is applicable for everyone, those who are in procurement, those who are into sales, those who are into support. You talk about any profession, engineering or design, there are PMP certified. You learn how to do the best way of working. A simple litmus test for you all. If you want to know the power of PMP certification, just go to LinkedIn, give your role and put PMP. You'll see thousands and thousands of them who have already certified. So it's a global certification, global recognition. Of course, there are many, but this has been one of the top 10 certifications last 20 years. So what is the benefit? I always suggest certification is one part. Let's imagine you're not doing certification. I've seen many of my students just attending the 35 contact hours, which is mandatory, and putting in the LinkedIn, they have got interviews, and they have come to the interview because the employer knew that one day or other he may be taking the certification. So there are two aspects. Gain the knowledge, you'll become a professional. Imagine in 35 hours, you are becoming a professional who can manage any project under the sky. You are like superheroes, superheroines, because the tools, techniques, best practices, what you learn, you can apply in any industry and domain. As a professional, you have improved communication, coordination, and now that agile, which is also another way of managing the projects, is also a part of this curriculum. And beyond that, there is a hybrid project management where we bring in the traditional and also the agile and make it as a hybrid. And PMI says that it's your way of working, or wow. You pick the principles, you pick the processes, you pick the tools and techniques. It is your culture, it is you as a profession, make it success. So how to get it certified? Yes, there are few eligibility conditions. Anyone who has a graduate 3 years of experience in the last 8 years. That is not from the beginning of your career. Those who have 20 years, they did not show that. From today, in the last 8 years, any graduate, BCom to medicine or any, those who have 3 years of work experience. Of course, the application says project experience, and go by my definition, a project is a work. So anyone who has a 3 years of experience is eligible for this certification. Someone who has done a diploma, they have to show 5 years of experience. That is the first prerequisite. The second prerequisite is they have to attend a 35 contact hours, for which we do the training, coaching, mentoring, and have them till they pass the exam. These are the two things. So what is PMP? As I said, this is a global gold standard certification where you learn about how to manage the work. Apart from that, you'll be learning many interpersonal skills, emotional intelligence, social intelligence, negotiation, communication, leadership, management. Now, let me put a trivia. Try to answer it in the chat. World's largest orchestra. How many musicians could be there? Just give a guess and put it in the chat. World's largest orchestra, 1,000. Make it big. Make it big then, Hibzullah. Big, 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 big. Okay. Hold on. Great. Thank you. Now I want all of you to think big. Think big, biggest project in the world. Then you will appreciate the small, small things that we learn in this course. So the question is, yeah, great, 10,000, 1 lakh. Maybe that's ambitious, Mr. Bilal. So the first orchestra was conducted in Germany with 6,500 people or musicians. The second was 10,000 in Japan, and in 2022 in Venezuela with 12,500 people. Now, the second question to you all, how many conductors or maestro for the orchestra do you require? One or many? Only one? Yes. This is the analogy given by PMI that you are the conductor of an orchestra. And all these musicians, you get an expert judgment, and that's how you create a beautiful note. Now, another question to you all. Do you think, as a maestro or conductor of an orchestra, to do you need to know to play all these instruments? Yes or no? No. Then how are you conducting the orchestra? That is what is the project management. Anwar, as you said, manage, need to manage. This is the role of a project manager. Those who are moving into the project management, I give a lot of tips and tricks, and I have my own methodology of how to remember and recall during the exam and all those. So one tip I say to them is, remember, if you're going for the exam, you have to tell yourself project manager doesn't do any work. Then you'll be successful in the exam. Why? Because you cannot conduct the orchestra, play the drum, and come back to the stage and again do the instructions. So that is the role. And that is the reason you're a maestro. You can conduct the orchestra in any part of the world. Yes, management skill and leadership. So this is how it is packed with so many things. It is like application of these world's best practices. And then you'll be tested on that. And there's some statistics which I've thrown here. And there are a lot of people who are retiring. So new employees driven by expansion and growth. And this is 12 million people are getting retired. And if you see worldwide, this is the demand. And remember, the moment these numbers may think, oh, there are so many, just remove the word project with the work. Every college going person who is joining the industry has to work. Either he is in a project or in operations. So that's the reason this is more in demand. Now, what is the curriculum or resources? There are standards. One is the PMBOK guide, project management body of knowledge, which is based on principles. Those who are aware about PMI and the PMBOK guide, earlier we used to have sixth edition. Sixth edition is retired. It has been replaced by process group practice guide. This is based on principles. You cannot do a project by applying a principle that you have to be a caring, respectful steward. You cannot. But you need a process to identify the stakeholders. So this is on the principles, how you have to manage. This is on the process, how you have to do. And agile. The word agile comes from agility, how quickly you can adapt to the change. That is what is an agile. And today the world has gone far ahead. There is a term called business agility. Just look back at your own organizations. The way you are doing the business have changed. Similarly, your projects have to change. Pandemic came, we all became agile. Our life became agile. Don't go out, we didn't go out. Wear mask, we wore mask. That is what agility today. That's how. And there is another term called practical agility. Anyway, those are all not required for your exam if you're preparing. These are the three standards that are required for you to prepare for the exam. And during these 35 hours, the whole training is conducted and prepared for you to go for the exam. So 35 contact hours. Once this training is done, you have to study, you have to take the mock test, then you submit the application. Once the application is approved, you will have 1 year time. Until that, there is no need to pay any fee. And once the application is accepted, you have 1 year time and you can take the exam from home or from Pearson VUE Center. I highly recommend that you take it from Pearson VUE Center. The reason, the risk is on their side. And a couple of my students have lost their money with all backups, taking care and all that. Something may go wrong. So what is this certification all about? There is an examination content outline, which is a syllabus, which you can download free of cost. There are three domains. A domain is a specialized knowledge area, like when you're dealing with the project, you're dealing with the people, stakeholder, teams. Then you have processes, like identifying stakeholders, identifying risk, scheduling, baselining. These are all relating to process. And the third is the business environment. You'll be surprised. 7 years back, PMI did a global survey and asked the C-level executives, what do you want to see in your project managers? How do you rate them? All these global C-level executives, 86% of them, they said our project managers are amazing, doing the first time successful projects and all those things. But number one, they never think like a leader. They're always technical, firefighting, organizing, managing, running. That is what we want them to see. They have to be like a leader. They have to think like a businessman. They should know strategy and business management. They should also be technically updating themselves. They don't know what is happening around the world. So these are the three things that they say they want the project managers to gear up to their level of expectations. So that's what the whole exam is. 180 questions. The questions are multiple choice questions. You have multiple response questions, and you have drag and drop, like match the following questions. You have the identifying some data, some curves, and fill up the blank question. Let me tell you a good news. The exams have become very easy now. Last 3 months, I have not come across anyone who has said that he has used a calculator. Some people have fear with the numbers. So it has become easy. It is a common sense, and we take you through the whole training, mentoring, coaching till you pass the exam. So how do you prepare? Go to any PMP certified trainer. Then all modes are available: e-learning, online, classroom, and especially my sessions are very informal, interactive, experiential. I just don't jump into the topic, ask them what is in their mind. My whole training will be working on their mind, because I strongly believe each one of you have knowledge, skills, competency, experience. I have to just connect those dots. And if it's a virtual, we have breakout rooms where we practice, we discuss real-time application of project management, then run through video case studies. So there's a lot of things, and also share the template so that later on they can work on it if they want to implement. There is no negative marking in the test. So if you talk about test going strategy, these are the tips which I share. See, every question is 76 seconds. You have to read the question, read the answers, analyze it, and answer it. So we have a lot of strategies on how to manage the time. The least time taken by any of my student was 2 hours, and she has happily passed it. So there is no negative marking. And by the way, there is a global myth. No one on the earth, only God and PMI knows what is passing percentage. Whoever tells, whoever, even in the books I have seen, they have written 75%, 65%, 80, absolutely no one. It is a psychometric grading. You'll be tested along with the other project managers and you pass the exam. So this is how you prepare. And those who are already taken this course or those who are going for the exam, I strongly suggest to become a member as soon as possible. Download the material, forget exam, forget training, go to the membership, download the standards, become aware, and you'll see the value that these things will uh, bring in you. So membership, training, filling the exam, then going for the exam. So once all is set, then you book the exam by paying the fees. And here a bit of caution. If you're rescheduling within 30 days, there is an additional $70. But if you're rescheduling before or after 30 days, then there is no fees. And if you are stuck with, let's say, in 2 days, you cannot reschedule at all. Either you take the test or you forfeit the exam fee. So after the certification, this certificate is valid for 3 years. And within 3 years, we call it CCR, Continued Certification Requirement, where you have to show to PMI that you have invested 60 hours. Each 1 hour is known as 1 PDU, Professional Development Unit. Within 3 years, when you show this 60 PDUs, which you can easily acquire by sharing the knowledge or getting the knowledge or doing any voluntary services, webinars, sessions, anything, there's a huge list of that. And then again, you have to pay a nominal fee. It will be extended for next 3 years. So this is how you keep your certificate live. And one thing I have seen now in the recent 1 year, like 5, 6 years back, whoever have taken the certifications, including one of the CEO, who is my student in Qatar, handling a multiple group CEO, he said he want to go for certification because at that time he never thought of renewing it. Now even CEOs are running, coming and going for the certifications. Those who have thought 5 years that there is no need for them to renew, now they all are coming back. So there is a great demand. It's an amazing, apart from certification, job, and all that, you will love as a profession to know the best practices. So you have to commit time, cost. Sometimes employers sponsor. Sometimes the employers have also come across where they say, you get it only then you'll get the promotion. So it helps, and you can be connected with. There are a lot of groups. There are groups who are there are live Q&A sessions happening. There's a whole world to support you. This is what I can say. There's a whole world to support you, and I'm sure any PMP certified professional, if someone goes and approach him, they will love to support you unconditionally. You can test this. So the key takeaways are project management skills are very critical for today's project, any domain, any industry. And this certification will open up the whole new world for you globally. And there's a career central where you can apply for the jobs. You can be connected with global PMI network. There are local chapters. You can participate. You can give webinar, networking event. And now that global networking events are also being conducted, you can be a part of these all activities. And the best part is you can go to pmi.org and you have all those certificates. So with this, I will stop and take questions. Any questions that you have, I'd be happy to take the
So
questions,
I
please.
want to start with, I want to go how I can start to achieve this PMI because I want to apply for this exam and I want to understand means learn actually the PMI because currently what how I can go with I want the steps to go with.
Sure. See, if you're talking about my coaching and mentoring, every month I have a schedule, and we have global corporates and individuals signing up on that workshop. And apart from that, what I'm suggesting is don't wait for my calendar days. Just sign up. I call this not as a training, but I call this as a mentoring. The moment you sign up, I give a lot of checklist so that you start preparing. And sometimes I support, give them lifetime access to e-learning also, because my only goal is to see you certified. And I don't wait like 10 people have to come, batch size has to be big, nothing like that. So the mentoring will start from day one, and hand holding till you pass the exam. And I've also made another flexibility. Sometimes you may have challenge, you may not attend one day session or a part of it. It's fine. You can catch up in the next coming session without any additional fees. Because my goal here is only to see you certified. What best I can do and my team can do, we all are here.
Sir,
What is
my
that?
question is,
Sir, one question here. Like one person who have the 10 years experience and he haven't handled any team, like it's like individual participation. So how he can implement for the PMI and what the advantage? Because he need to handle the stakeholders, project and everything. So
Good.
without experience, is it he can fulfill the roles for that or
Right.
how it will be?
Right. See, let me tell you again, I'll go back to my philosophy of a work. It is only in India and Asian countries where we want work experience and all that. You'll be surprised in US, they're getting certified by showing that they have built a house. They have organized a party. They are an event manager.
Great, great.
So remove that thing, continuity, work experience, nothing. Every human being is a project manager. And what we do when we look into your CV, we will guide you. Imagine, even if it is a single contributor, are you not interacting with the stakeholders?
Interacting.
Are you not understanding what is the scope of work?
Yes, understand.
Are you not planning?
Yes, plan.
That's all is the project. What we do,
Yeah.
and it's hardly one or two sentences. And the PMI also has given the checklist how to write your application. And one, by the way, globally, people are so fearing about this certification. Uh, they will say whether they will reject my application because of this fear of question. PMI doesn't have any right, and have never came across my 25 years of experience that PMI has rejected any application. What we have to show, though you are an individual contributor, you took some work, you initiated, you planned, you executed, you monitored and controlled, and you closed. Just two sentences you have to write in their
Okay.
language, which you learn when you come to this training.
Okay.
I
Okay.
hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Most
sir,
welcome.
my question is that, like for example, I am from IT background. Now, what I see, there are a lot of job posts which are they require the PM, the project manager, in different field like civil, mechanical, or something else. So, like, and they look for expertise. So, do you think how we can have this multiple domain technology knowledge? The PM cannot have all those things. Then why they ask specifically like that? We need a PM in a civil department, like something like that.
Good.
Why don't they take general, sir?
Wonderful question. I love to answer this. As I
Sorry,
said,
sorry to interrupt, sir.
let me answer this question. Why these specific things? Then I'll come back to the other. Uh, so this question is by Parvez, I think, right? Parvez?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Parvez, let me tell you why this. As I said, there is no country in the world whose project managers have not trained. There is
Okay.
no industry in the world which have not touched upon. So there is cultural difference between East and West.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
In West, a project manager is a superhero. He
Okay.
or she can do anything under the sky. When it comes to Eastern, they want IT project manager, they want civil project manager. To such an extent, you will be surprised. In Dubai, I met a project manager. I could not believe until he showed his visiting card, project manager, swimming pools. Now you tell me.
Oh,
That is the cultural difference between East and West. Yes, some organizations, I know one of the PMP certified NRI CEO who was a IT guy, just because of PMP and his experience and all that, he was asked to manage, became a CFO of a company in India in Bangalore. This will level everything. This will level everything. If I have, okay, uh, can you guess, Parvez, what would be my background? I'm an IT or non-IT? Just a guess. Parvez, can you hear me? Or anyone? Can anyone
I
guess?
believe
Non-IT.
non-IT background.
Non-IT.
I
But
guess not.
Non-IT.
sir, non-IT, sir. Parvez, yeah, non-IT, and you seems to be a professor, like teaching.
Right. But you will be surprised. I started my career with IT, right
Yeah.
from hardware, embedded system, then software development, SAP certified implementer, product manager, project manager, program manager, portfolio manager, entrepreneur.
Great.
Sir, your
So
degree
you,
starts from BE.
yes,
BE, MBA.
yeah. So what I'm trying, the beauty, what I'm realizing after coming into this project manager last 25 years is all are become secondary. I'll give an example. If I have to interview, if I have to do some brainstorming, the technique is brainstorming. If I have to find out the root cause, unfortunately, we all know what happened in the aviation industry recently.
Yes.
Now we have to find it. The techniques that I use is nothing but brainstorming. And if something happens in agriculture, brainstorming. The tool is a brainstorming. You can apply it anywhere. That is the beauty of this. But yes, there is a cultural difference between East and West, and it is also the culture of your organization. They are telling we need the people with these things. Is that fine? Does that answer your question?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So East means like mostly like US,
Yeah,
Canada, or
India, Singapore, Asia, and all that.
okay, they have this
Now,
culture.
another thing, let me ask you, Parvez.
Yes, sir.
Today, whoever is senior, do you think they
Mhm.
all have IT backgrounds?
No, of course not.
Computer was not there. Now everyone is an
Yes,
expert. The finance manager, he's from finance, but he's IT finance. How is he managing?
that's
That
true.
is the reason. It is all, I'm here to demystify. Everyone is eligible and everyone can do it. Anyone coming from IT, they have additional advantage.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
I hope it answers your question, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Most welcome. Yeah, there was another question. Anwar, uh, right. I'll start with isn't project management stressful domain? Absolutely nothing. You join my class, all the participants who pass the exam, they say, sir, the fun that we have in the class, the humor that we have in the class as a group, that is the only thing helped me to recall the concept and pass the exam. It is never stressful.
No, sir, I'm not talking about just learning the PMI course as such. The overall profession as such involves so much of stakeholder management, and then at times you have team members who aren't doing per the expectation, and ultimately you are the one who have to bring the project into green status. So considering this, wouldn't it be considered a stressful job? If you disagree, I just want to know why is it so?
Do you think are you married, not married? If you don't mind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm indeed married. Alhamdulillah.
Of course, I'm also married. Is it more stressful than that? Anyway,
Yeah,
by the way,
both.
with due respect, by the way, with due respect to everyone, please don't sue me, anyone. With due respect to all gender, not bias. By the way, I always used to make a disclaimer that in my trainings, I will pull up all the organizations, good, bad, ugly leaders, cultures, domains, and industries. Fine, it is stressful. That is what you learn project management, you will release the stress. A person who is conducting an orchestra of 12,500 people, a CEO who is a one person leading 1 lakh people, Is he stressful or a project manager is stressful? So this is why it is stressful, because we are not following process. When you process, you learn the processes, you learn how to communicate, how to engage the stakeholders. These are the skills, and they will be built up, as we go. And if you are from IT, and you might have seen that agile is a way of working. By the way, 71% organizations in the world at some point of time are going agile, shift to agile, it will be stressless. But yes, it is purely a personality. Of course, you are also going to learn emotional intelligence, how to handle these stressful events. So does that answer your question?
Yeah, thanks, sir. Thanks for clarifying.
Hi, can I go next?
One second, please. I'm just looking into the chat. Uh, yes. Can we retake the exam if we fail? Uh, yes, technically, but I will tell you sure way to fail. If you follow my guidelines, you will never fail. There is no reason to fail. You are putting 35 hours of effort, you are paying the money, you are sitting, you are learning, and I don't see any reason to fail. Unless and until you rush without understanding the subject. So if someone fails within the validity of 1 year, you can retake the exam. Second time, unfortunately, if someone fails, third time you can take. Unfortunately, if third time if someone fails, then there is a break for 1 year, and then again you can take. And I don't see any reason for anyone to fail, because this is not a rocket science. What you're doing every day, any work, you relate, you're paying money, you're investing time, and there are mock questions. And even in the training, unless and until you're comfortable, we don't go to the next. The job is not to complete the syllabus, but to make you a real project managers and share tips and tricks on how it is done in the real world. And you need not fear. I told no, I'm here only to demystify. I know the fears. I have been one of them, but now there is a lot of change, and anyone can take it. Should a PM be an expert in the domain of project is related to? Again, there are two school of thoughts. Some companies, they want, but if you go purely by literal definition, absolutely no. Because someone has put very nicely in the chat, you have to manage. That's all. You have to get the work done. Technical and domain, it's an advantage. Why? Because companies want two people to work in one salary. That's very simple. And if someone is having domain knowledge, it is an additional advantage. And it is the culture of the organization. All your projects are successful only on two factors. One is the culture of your organization and your own culture, how you take care of that project. And you have a lot of case studies, right? Countries by countries, the culture of organizations differ, country by industry by industry, it will differ. So not necessary, but it's an organization culture. That's what they will look into it. Once PMI certified, can I get an overseas job? See, jobs, it's only in the hand of God. Don't believe if any country or anyone says that job guarantee. That's what my faith is. But when you talk about overseas job, again, just do a Google, give your designation and put PMP. You will see in the job profiles. You know, last month I conducted a training for public health department, India. And this is the same question. Then I was giving some statistics and all that. They were surprised. And someone sent me a link in Saudi Arabia. In the public health department, they require PMP certified. So don't believe anyone. Go to Google, put your PMP, go to LinkedIn, see the jobs, you will see it is required. Especially government organization everywhere in the world, it is becoming mandatory. Then SAIF, I have taken already simply learn certification training good, but I'm finding difficulty in preparing. I need company. Of course, I'm also on board of Simply Learn. Last 15 years, been taking some classes for them. I need company to prepare for the exam. If someone already preparing for the exam upcoming, yes, I can make you add in one of these type of groups. Otherwise, my suggestion is go to LinkedIn, see which group has the biggest number of members, join that group. Automatically you'll be getting know-how of how they are preparing. Otherwise, I have a mentoring program. As I said, even if you don't want to join the mentoring program, sign up with me. I'll give an e-learning. Already you have knowledge and skills. When you come to my training, you'll see the tips and tricks, and that's how you can immediately schedule and put, like, by July next, in 1 month, you're certified. Non-IT, no IT. Okay, very true. It's entirely cultural difference. Yes. Please guide how to join your classes. Yeah, I'll coordinate with MFIRD, and or I can also put my contact details if MFIRD wishes to. Then every job is stressful. Post pandemic, grass is always green. Yes, I agree. Anwar, let me share one funny example for what you have said. Grass is always greener from other side. I'm talking about a LinkedIn post some 15 years back. One guy got PMP certified in construction. I'm talking about India. And he went to the first interview, cleared all interviews. And the moment he was happily leaving the room, one of the panel member asked him, "Are you PMP certified?" "Yeah, yes, sir. Recently fresh certified." "Then we don't want you. You will delay our project." What does it mean? It's the culture of the organization. So remove that certification, amount, money, and all that. My suggestion is first aim to become professional. It's an amazing curriculum that has been designed to manage any work in the world. So then it's all what is destined that will come up. So what will be the fee structure for your classes? Yes, Zubair Farooqi, I'll discuss that also if you wish to. If we are aware of the tools, then nothing would be stressful. MK has, yeah, it is an art tactics, yes, true. Because this is a process being used by millions of companies, billions of people, and getting the result in the best way. So thank you very much. And Dr. Saif, are you there? Or anyone from MFIRD?
Hi. I have my hand raised for
Yeah.
quite some
Oh,
time.
sorry, Ifzullah,
Thank you so much. A few questions, of course.
please.
Like you said, right? People who are trying to go up the ladder or trying to see if they can have some kind of growth in their professional career do think of PMP and things like that. But a few things more specifically for me that I would like to ask if you have a minute to
Please,
answer.
please.
Does one need to be an organized person to become a project manager or take a PMP?
Absolutely no.
Okay.
Because the reason why I tell, and some of you might be thinking, how is it possible? Because I go by the philosophy of agility. You have to, one of the principle is you have to be agile and resilient.
Thank you.
I hope that answers your question.
That's more an answer for me with regards to taking a decision whether to go with PMP certification or not, right? Because I thought I need to be an organized person before, if thinking of doing the PMP or PMI certification. The next thing I wanted to ask, this is more of an observation or recent trends that I've seen through my friends and other network that I have. Though like you explained, being a PMP certified or a project manager per se as a role is of high value and importance. I have seen or I've got to know that whenever there is any reorg or layoffs happening, to put it in layman term,
Yeah.
project managers are the first ones to be let go. So, what is your take on that?
Why? Fine. See, my strong belief, if you take the history, by the way, we are in IR 4, if you all know, Industrial Revolution 4.
Yeah.
When Industrial Revolution 2 came, automobile and Industrial Revolution came, then IT came, there were layoff. When computer came, there were layoff. And today, every day, we are talking about AI. By the way, I'm also into AI and cyber security. I do CISM and all those. So this AI is nothing new. 40 years back, it was there in as a form of an automation. And in next 5 years, this AI also will go. So coming back to your question, number one, what I always say is you become a professional. It will help in your personal life and also professional life. That's it. Forget about these certifications. It's a destiny. That's how I believe. So what I'm telling is like we all invest so much of time in learning, in our hobbies and all that. There is some world's best practice where millions of people, and apart from that, you're talking the same language. Why PMI has made this 35 hours? So that we all talk the same language. Sometimes, people feel that I'm training them vocabulary. I said, yes, this is the language of project management, what you have to learn. If I ask you kick-off meeting, uh, all 25 of you will give a different definitions. And every one of us are managing global projects. But when you sit in this 35 hours, when I say kickoff meeting, and if you have also gone through this course, you will understand what is the definition of the kickoff meeting, by which the conflicts are less, it is less stressful. So that's the only thing.
Sure. Thank you. One
That's
last thing.
I hope does that answer your question?
Yes, yes, of course.
Thank you.
One last thing, the point which you brought in your explanation now. The third question I wanted to ask was what is or what has been the impact of. Give me one moment. Sorry. What has been the impact of the new hot topic in the IT world, AI, for the PM roles and the jobs?
Right. See, I'm also involved in AI enabled value delivery, AI enabled PMOs, AI enabled all these enabled AI. Now that even coding is becoming AI, and there's a research report from Microsoft also how they are using.
Right.
See, ultimately, the without humans, nothing can be there. And we have also reports of how AI has failed the developers. So this is only it's like a shake off, in any industry it happens. And there is always like a economic theory, like peak and valleys. So you will be doing your own role, but AI is just like a tool. Project management was from the time immemorial. Take the Great Wall of China, take the Taj Mahal, take the BC, they're all project management. And take today, it is also project management. So project is the work. The way of working has changed. The tools have changed. What you are going to learn, and if you are skilled, that will not take away the jobs.
Sure. Thank you so much for answering.
Bye. See, let's just take, if you have seen, there are some videos on how inspection is done uh, in the fins of the aeroplane. No robot, no AI, no technical lab. Even today, there are specific people, they have to bend down their body like a fish, go inside and do physical. So AI is a great thing, but limit yourself as a tool. That's all.
Sir, one general question.
Please. Does it answer your question, Hifzullah?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wonderful questions are coming up. Yes,
Sir,
please.
sir, one general question. So, in this world, we are with different degrees and different skills, different talent.
Yes, yes, yes.
But I have seen that TCS, Tata Communication, they have said that only BCom student can do accounting job. BE student can do only engineering job. So
Yes.
is this we have to follow the same so that we can bright our uh, future and our experience?
No, not at all, not at all. Today, do you know in engineering how many disciplines are there? In BCom itself, how many disciplines are there? BCom with computers is also there. Now, the reason why Tata is saying, because I'm also involved with their CSR projects, why they are telling is there are some fundamental things. I cannot bring an engineer to sit on the computer and do the tally. So they run massive internship programs, like taking 50,000 people, 30,000 people. They groom and they take them to build the capability for their organization. From that perspective, they would have been telling. So it's absolutely nothing like that. My daughter is a dentist and she's also MBA in healthcare. And 1MG, what you might be knowing, she's a health editor, though she's a dentist, landed in TCS with a health editor. Nearly 5 lakh people read her messages. There's nothing. Anyone can do anything. That's the beauty. We are living in this age. Overnight, you can shift. It's all how smartly you build up. So there's nothing like that. As I said, your question is very specific to that. You need not worry at all. Does that answer your?
Yes, yes, sir. And one.
Pick up any Times of India and see I think on Wednesday or some way, the way they are advertising the universities, the courses which we have never thought of, never heard of. Yeah. Any other question, please?
Yeah,
Sir, can
Salim
we?
sir. This is Akbar
Yeah,
here.
please.
So
Yeah.
I have a question like on the PMI we get taught or get mentored with respect to the thought process, policies and all. But when it comes to actual implementation, then do you have any courses or anything which will enable us to like pick up the tools or the techniques and all? So
Okay.
yeah.
Fine. May I know your background, number of years experience, industry?
Yeah, I'm from IT. I'm QA working as a QA lead. In fact, I've done my 35 hours of PMI the training from upgrad.
Wonderful.
Uh,
Okay.
so I'm in process of preparation, but
Great.
while
All the best.
yeah, thank you. So while going through the course and material, yeah, I understand it is more of shaping your thought process
Yes,
towards
yes,
project management and all.
yes, yes.
But ultimately, it comes to how good are you with the tools and techniques that would probably help you to implement those
Yes,
thought process. So if
true.
I want to shape my or like upskill me with respect to the tools which are enabling the project management scope, then what kind of a tool I should target, and is there any material or a course that I should?
Sure.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm telling purely from the PMI certification point of view, the question. There are two things. One is real-time experience, and the other is for the certification. There is no tool. Remember, PMI is not a methodology. Prince 2 is a methodology. You have to do this way, you have to use this tool, this tool. The beauty why 3,000 people are taking this, because you pick and choose which is necessary for your organization, for your project. This tool might be sufficient for you, but for other project, like every project is unique, it may not work. So And the beauty is more than 25 standards of PMI, they never ever use one name of the tool except Monte Carlo analysis. That is only unique for risk management. So please remove that mindset, because no one knew DevOps will come 20 years back. Today, DevOps is there. In your testing, so much of development has happened. So specific to your project, there are tools, but there are very generic tools, because some people come for, you'll be surprised, globally I do mentoring, they say they have PMP, they have Prince 2, they have everything, and still I cannot implement it because I don't know how to implement these things. So be open. Based on the project, you pick up the tools.
Right.
Is that fine?
Yeah, I understand the the thought process what you're trying to say.
Yes,
We
yes.
cannot be tool dependent. We have to be tool
No,
agnostic.
yes, yes.
That I get it. But like, if you think from the company point of view, I've even if when they are calling for an interview, even when I'm attending those interviews, that's where I feel I'm
No,
falling
I'll
short. That
tell you my suggestion. I'll tell you, because I do a lot of mentoring for that also. For that, what you do, you take your JD, you see what is expected out of you, and prepare for those things. Let me tell you, IT in a defense is different role. IT in a medical is different. IT in Johnson is different. IT in banking is different. IT in insurance is different. But when you get this PMP certified, you are aware about all these 500 to 1000 tools. So when you are preparing for the interview, be very generic, look into the keywords, what they are asking for the role. From that point of view, you pick up few tools that are very well known. Since you are from quality, 7 QC tools, everyone expect in the interview to tell something, right?
right. Yeah.
Like that.
Sure, sir.
You're
Thank you.
most welcome. And I'm telling you, Akbar, it is only fear and myth that is created. Many people I do before going to the interviews and all that, my suggestion is just pull down roles and responsibilities, map those keywords with the project management. Your fear will go. Just prepare that. That's all. In the interview, they want to see your confidence.
Sure, sir.
Sir, one question, sir. Like this PMP can we use in our personal business startup, or we have to do a
Why?
separate
No,
MBA
no,
and
why
all
not?
those?
No, why not? Even after MBA, people are doing this thing. See, it is just a work. How you have to plan a work, how you initiate a work. In the startup also, is there are a lot of case studies. In the startup also, you have to understand there's a benefit realization maturity model. Why is a CEO sitting in the 35 hours? Group CEO of Saudi Arabia, they are managing the airports last 10 years. Why is he sitting for 35 hours? To understand, see, there's very simple. Before project is a business, and the work that you use to set up your business is a project. How you launch your business is a project. There is a way. You initiate, you identify, you plan, and you go live.
What's a
Even
myth?
if you are,
Like it's like a management tool only. You just manage.
that's
You
what,
don't
yes,
innovate.
yes, yeah. Of course, those are the things. See, if you have to set up a shop, what will you do? That's also business, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Won't you plan with your family and friends? If you have to do a party, won't you do that with your family and friends?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Most welcome. So, any other question? Dr. Saif, are you there?
Can you put some light on how do we join your program or
Yeah,
workshop?
yes, sure. I would love to do that. I'm just seeing whether the chat is enabled. Main chat. Okay. Are you able to see my chat?
Yes.
Okay. So this is my number. And you can also find me on the LinkedIn. My name is so I'll be glad to be in touch with you all and see what best I can do. You join, you don't join. It's a professional organization, commitment, and I love talking people, mentoring them because I know the value. So that's the reason I'll be glad to join. Any other questions if you have?
No, thanks, Jazakallah. Thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure, anytime. And if you have any other topics, upcoming topics or specific, you can get in touch with MFIRD. They are doing an amazing thing, getting experts, and we will definitely share what best we are at. Thanks, Hafizullah. Thank you very much. My pleasure anytime. Sorry, this was the odd time because I have to complete the weekend session and join this. Otherwise, I was told that 11 o'clock. I know there's a time to be spent with the families, but you have taken out time. I really appreciate.
Thank you so much for the double day today.
Sure,
Really,
sure.
take care. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye. Take care. Please get in touch and let me share. The next is in, as I said, you can also sign up and immediately I'll send one learning course. You can start preparing. And when you come to the training, you can be well versed with the subject and so every day you can start reading something and
Yes, food.
Sir, when is your next batch starting, sir? Immediate next batch for PMP course? Any date is there? Tentative date?
I put my calendar until September.
Okay, sir. In the website is available, sir, to view your calendar.
I'm sending you the link also.
Yeah.
Because what I'm suggesting now, I'm sure all of you might be thinking last many years to start doing this, right?
Yes, sir, exactly.
So what I say is you just sign up and I'll be sharing the link. You start studying because what happens, your mind is tuned. It's only mind game. Let me tell you, because we become so lazy opening the book. Sometimes people, they say we have, lost the training kit also. So when you go to the website, there is a calendar. On the calendar, you will have the dates. This is the calendar. So we have the June dates and all that.
Classes will be 4 days only?
4 days.
Okay.
What's the fee?
From 9:30 to 5:30.
Okay.
So this is 4 days to cover up the 35 hours requirement, is it?
Yes.
And a quick thing, sorry. Let's say after this call, or right now, we've already decided to take up the certification and things like that, or become PMP certified. Sorry. How much is the time you think one should spend or is needed for a person if he or she is dedicatedly trying to get this done?
Okay. Now let me ask you, how many hours can you spare for
No,
studies?
with the understanding that we are already working, right?
Yes,
We
yes,
have a 9 to 6, 8 to 5, whatever job.
sure.
So
See, there are some rule of thumbs, and as you know, everyone is unique.
Mhm.
Either 100 hours from right now till you get certified,
Mhm.
or 2 hours per day for 2 months,
Okay.
or spend that two as a weekend, club it and do. So what I'm suggesting is uh, just sign up uh, and start. I'll be giving a lot of instructions and you'll be preparing, and it's around 1 month time. When you come, you might have completed all the material also. You would be well versed. There you can just understand, and immediately after the training, which is completing on June 20th, another 1 month practice, and you're good to go.
Sure. Thank you.
So we can join any of these classes, right, sir? 17, 18, 19,
Yes,
20,
yes,
or
yes,
we
yes.
can plan
Any of these
accordingly.
classes, because these are the sessions which will be there. And as I said, I don't wait for 10 people, 20 people, two, three, whoever comes, sometimes corporate, sometimes different companies organize. So they come into each, and sometimes one class you missed, then you have chance to take the replacement. Otherwise, some organizations have seen if you miss the class, there is no replacement and all that. See, the only goal is
In
if you
case if
want
we
to
miss,
become a PMP.
there is, sorry, sir. In case if we
Yes.
miss, can we get recorded sessions like that?
See, we don't record because, as I said, it is full of humor and extempo. A lot of people feel shy to discuss. You have seen the webinar, though it is recorded, how it flows and all that, case studies and all that. Because there is a downside where we have also seen that once it is recorded subconsciously, oh, it is there, I'll see recording again. So instead of that, what I'm telling, if you miss one session or half a session, regularly there are batches 2 or 3, you come into that, and the whole idea is to understand. A lot of people who buy these e-learning courses and all that, in the midway, they come back and again want to have an interactive sessions.
Oh, got it, sir.
I see the fee structure details given for the different programs on the site, and the certification fee we will pay via your website or directly on the PMI website.
No, it depends. By the way, there is a lot of difference. Let me share this PMI website also. And if you are from India, there is a 20,000 discount, and there is a way to sign this up. And if you are from other part of the world, non-India, they have increased the price. It is $650. So are you able to see the PMI site?
Yes,
Yes.
we see.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can bookmark this. I'm unable to.
Saying member price 24 and full price 50,000. So what we have to
Yes.
understand?
Yes. See, this is the catch in this. The day you join my mentoring program, I suggest you to become a PMI member. Okay. So if you talk about costing, one is the my training and mentoring fee, and immediately you sign up by paying 10,000 as a membership. And there are a lot of advantages by becoming a member. When you pay 10,000 Indian rupees or $139, you get thousands of templates, webinars, you have uh, IT AI tool, you have all these standards free of cost downloadable. You can start networking, you can start searching for the jobs. Everything is 10,400. per year. And as you go through the material and when you're ready to take the exam, at that time, since you have already paid 10,400, they are giving some 20,000 discount. So you have to pay 24,000 plus 10,000, 35,000. Without membership, it is costing 50,000.
This is
So
apart
what
from
we-
exam fees, right, sir?
No, this is the exam fees.
Exam fee.
Exam fees is 24,000 only if you are a member.
Member.
So this
Altogether,
is
it
what,
become 24,000 plus 10,000 what joining.
yes, yes. And you'll be seeing some funny things. Some corporates, no, their accounting people will say, no, we don't want to break up. It is our accounting problem. We'll pay full fees. But I'm sure all of you are individuals. So you go this route.
Mm.
And one more thing, which I've never seen in my life, PMI Standard Plus, they have digitized the complete standards. And this also is free of cost for a member. And just with a keyword, you will get a case study, you will get a video, you will get so many things. So they become, you take exam, you don't take exam, that is different. But my suggestion is take the membership, you'll become a thorough professional. You can search by approach, by industry, article, audio, video, question, standards, templates. It's an amazing. For example, a part is servant leaderships, which is very important for the exam. You just put a keyword
So how to
and
take
then
the
give
membership, sir, here? It is through the website, is it?
through website only.
Okay.
So like that, small articles and all those things will be there.
On your website, there are different trainings available. We have to select the base PMP, right? Project management course.
Which one? Yeah,
On your website. Your
on
website.
my website. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, PMP.
No, no. If I click the training, okay, this is the one. So we should select the basic PMP one, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
I think in the training, so we can get in touch and for anything, even apart from training, as a profession, I'm always there to guide you and mentor you, and I'll be glad to do that.
On a lighter note, please don't mind me asking.
Please.
Any special discounts for MFID participants? On a lighter note, yeah, please don't mind me asking.
No, 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 no. It's not like that. I can understand. And no worries. Let me talk to the organizers. And if they have the data, we can just roll it up and see what best we can do.
Sure.
Not see, I'll tell you, as I'm very open. My job is to see you certified as such as possible. And till you get certified, I do the hand holding. And for me, each one of you is an organization for me, is a company. So that's how I mentor, and a lot of people join back with us as a consultant or a trainer. So definitely let me speak to them. I've never thought about it. Even I was very reluctant to, before coming, I said, should I tell about company or nothing? But I thought it's just a knowledge sharing. We'll just discuss.
No, this was important. If you're just given the information about PMP, again, we would have had to look around or check with our own companies as to what to do, how to do, and things like that.
Yes.
Really appreciate your time, Jazakallah.
Oh, it's a pleasure always. So I'll speak to the organizers and definitely we'll work out something. and not at all a problem, inshallah.
Sure. And by any chance, since you're also based out of Bangalore, do you plan any in-person sessions? Because the calendar says all virtual.
Yes, yes. I'm based out of Bangalore. Of course, in-persons are corporate, which I go, but open class, mm, uh, I'm not too sure how it is here, because most of my focus is on, global trainings, mentoring, and all that. Though I'm based at Bangalore, yes, if there is a group or someone planned to have, or even MFRD, I think they have the facility.
Yes.
If there is a group, why not? We can, and I'd love to do that. Face to face, nothing like that.
Exactly. Please do discuss about that also when you speak to the NFI.
Yes, yes, sure. So always remember, you are the best. Just forget about friend or manager advice. Focus on yourself. This is the race that you have to do. And there are a lot of myths. Don't worry at all. Everyone can achieve. You'll be surprised, in Middle East, I have trained and mentored the receptionist who have got certified and the PA of the CEOs. So, but you have to put a little bit of hard work. My job is to make you happy and easy and demystify, but little bit of work you also have to. So wonderful. Thank you very much. I think with your permission, and a big thanks to MFIRD for organizing this session. I'm so glad, and I'll be available anytime, whenever you wish to, on anything. As I said, I work across a lot of consulting on many domains and industries. And if anyone wants to be connected, definitely we can work together. We always look forward for a lot of, consultants and experienced people, so that we all have win-win.
Sure.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Take
sir.
care. May
Thanks a
God
lot.
bless. Thank you very much.
Sir.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Sir, MFIRD contact person details is given in the chat, sir. Next, to take it up further.
To take it further, I don't think they have.
The group message that you would have received about this session, that has
Yeah,
the
got
contact.
all of it.
Yeah, it has some contact, right?
Yeah, yeah. The
Yes.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes, I think. Okay, Jazakallah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Yeah, Jazakallah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.